Louisiana grown and Louisiana proud. We get to know your favorite stars, from musicians and athletes to business owners and artists. Restoral Dental presents Homegrown, a KLFY Plus exclusive.
Hello, Acadiana. Welcome to Homegrown. I am your host, Lydia Alcala, and in this podcast, we are going to get the scoop on your favorite locals, one of those being John Weatherall, KLFY's very own John Weatherall. So let's get him punched up on the screen here. This is a learning process for all of us. So, John, welcome. My first podcast episode ever. So glad to have you.
Yeah, same here. I'm thankful that you thought about me for this. So I'm excited.
And I thought you'd be the perfect first guest because not only were you, easy to get a hold of because we work together, so that was a plus,
Yeah.
but you've become such this like social media and TikTok star over the past couple of years. So of course we want to get to know you. And like I told you before we got started, we kind of want to start from the beginning. So let's get to know the John Weatherall III.
Yes, we got it.
Starting from the beginning, tell us about your childhood. Where did you grow up?
Yeah. So I grew up on the north side of Lafayette, Louisiana. And growing up, my parents they used to record everything, like all of our upbringings, birthday parties, family events, and stuff. And I just took a liking to it as a kid. And I always would ask my parents, "Can I record? Can I record?" And they would say, "Not yet. You're not old enough to use the VHS camcorder just yet." So I would just watch a lot of our old home movies, a lot, just take notes from it, like what drew me into those videos. And then when I turned 10 years old, is whenever I was able to finally record my own video. It wasn't called vlogging back then, but I was able to use the camcorder, and from there I just had a passion for it since, and that was 2001.
Yeah, so that was at 10 years old that you started
Yeah,
using a camera.
yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty young. What was kinda like the learning curve for you? I mean, did you learn from the internet? Did you just trial and error? I mean.
Yeah, a lot of it was trial and error. Like I said, 2001, when I was 10 years old, is whenever I first started, using the camcorder, and then they purchased my own VHS camcorder in 2003. So from there, like I have so many tapes at home, like of just me just vlogging my daily life, and just, I had a trampoline growing up, so I would record myself jumping on the trampoline, and just anything that I could, I would record it. So, yeah, it was like that for many years. And then, as I got older and I got into high school, I had a passion for photography. So that was my junior year of high school. So that came along, and then I kind of pushed videography on the side until much later, whenever I got back on TikTok. So yeah, that's a whole nother, avenue right there.
Yeah, that's way down the line, way down years later. But what's kinda like the biggest difference, photography versus videography? Why did you, at different points in your life, choose one over the other?
I think with photography, it was just so much easier for me. Like video is a lot of editing, and to this day, I still don't really care for editing some video much. But I do it, and people enjoy the way I put the videos together. But photography was just something different for me, so it took me a while to like really learn how to get the proper lighting for certain photos and stuff like that. But I just enjoyed it as much as I did videography.
Yeah, and did you ever at any point take actual classes? I mean, what did you decide to end up going to school for?
Yeah, so I did take classes in high school, and, my, teacher at the time, Darren Abear, he was my teacher in my senior year, at the Career Center in Lafayette, Louisiana, and I took his photography class. So, but a lot of it was just, like you said, trial and error, YouTube. That's
Yeah.
whenever YouTube was just growing. So I was getting a lot of tutorials from there, but it was just a lot of practice. I would just do a lot of nature photos. Any family that wanted pictures, I'll just say, "Hey, can I just bring the camera and I can get some pictures, and I'll send you guys like a copy of it or something." So
Yeah.
that's how that started.
That's awesome, and I do wanna backtrack, a little bit because you mentioned, home videos were big in your family. It was such special memories to have forever, so, do you guys ever go back and watch those home videos? What is it like to have all of those memories and then to now look at yourself and be like, "Wow, I'm sort of creating those same, videos and memories for other people as well?"
Right? Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Growing up, growing up, I think, with photography, it was just so much easier for me. Like video is a lot of editing. And video, like you said, trial and error, YouTube. That's whenever YouTube was just growing. So I was getting a lot of tutorials from there, but it was just a lot of practice. I would just do a lot of nature photos. Any family that wanted pictures, I'll just say, "Hey, can I just bring the camera and I can get some pictures, and I'll send you guys like a copy of it or something." So
Yeah.
that's how that started. like I said, I used to love seeing my parents, operate the camcorder because I would love to, do it myself. But like I said, I wasn't old enough. So as I got older, just having those home movies to look back on and just get ideas from,
Yeah.
I know they wasn't like they didn't take classes for it, my parents, but just watching it, it's like I loved it. I can watch those videos over and over and over. And as I got older, I was like, you know what, I want to do this for where I live at, so that's why it just started where I just started doing things in the community and just recording everything. So I have like hard drives filled with videos from over the years, of just different events and stuff. Some things that I haven't even posted yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell us more about young John. What aside from photography and videography, did you have any other hobbies? Were you into any sports? What were you like as a kid?
I was very outgoing, surprisingly. Yeah, very outgoing. A lot of that changed as I got, into middle school and high school, but young John was very outgoing. I was, outspoken. I used to get a lot of trouble, but
Soccer in the class, your desk in the hallway.
yeah, it was a lot. But as I got older, I calmed down quite a bit. But yeah, young John was just, passionate about, videography, photography. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't yeah. I was just very, to myself, I was the youngest of three sisters, so I didn't have, anyone in my age group aside from, my nephew and my cousin. But other than that, I would just be, just finding things to do at home.
Yeah. So from a young age, like you said, 10 years old is when you started picking up the camera. So pretty much from then that was your focus.
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like from those years, I have so many tapes at home that I haven't even, converted yet to digital, but I just re-record everything, that's what I enjoy doing. And then photography came along much later in high school, and then that took a life of its own as well.
Yeah. And what's your family like? Your parents, do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have, 3 sisters. I'm the youngest of 3. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Wait, you have 3 sisters? Or so you're doing this of 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Youngest of 4. Wow, all 3 girls
All
above
3
you. What was
girls.
that like growing up?
So my oldest sister, she was already out of the house, as I was growing up. But my second oldest sister, Carolina, me and her, grew up in the same household for quite a while. So it was pretty cool. It was just a different time in the 90s. I'm just grateful that I had a chance to, have those sisters in my life. We had some fun times. It was just, exciting to be the only boy, and I would get treated very well. So I'm definitely, grateful for that part.
So
Being the
you
baby.
never wished that you had brothers because you were like, "I spoiled, I'll be the only boy."
Yeah. So it was definitely fun times having girls as sisters. So
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I'm the opposite. I have 2 brothers, so 1 younger, 1 older, so I'm the only girl. So, but I had the same thing. I was like, "You know what? I'm good being the only girl because I get special treatment." from mom, dad. So, same kind of thing for you being the only boy. It's like, "Okay, well." But awesome. Okay. Well, so that's kind of your upbringing. I love it. And I love that you have those home videos. I wish I had more of those. We have tons and tons of photos, but not so much the videos. But that's such an amazing thing to have.
It is, and I'm so thankful that they did that because my dad said he just found a camcorder at a pawn shop.
Yeah.
So he just bought it one year, and then he just we just kept it in the family for so long.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one that still really keeps it going, so,
Right.
which is cool.
Now it's your job to document everything
Yeah.
for years to come.
Yeah. And sometimes I try to enjoy be in the moment sometimes, but it's like it's a habit now. It's like I have to have the cameras rolling at some point. You just never know what's important, that you can look down on just for now.
You never know when something's going to happen. You're going to be like, man, I wish I had that camera.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, that's a definitely a good habit to have, I would say.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because now I have people that reach out to me after all these years and say, "Hey, John, do you still have this video or these pictures?" So it works out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's about John Weatherall III's upbringing, how he got into photography and videography. We'll be right back after the break with sort of going into where you're at now.
Homegrown is sponsored by Restoral Dental, making the best dentures in Lafayette. Restoral Dental.
And welcome back, everybody, to Homegrown with John Weatherall III as our guest for today. John, we did a little recap of your childhood, how you got into photography and videography. And now I want to hear the process of getting to where you are now. We'll cover the whole, TikTok thing, but where did you have your start in making a career rather than just a hobby out of photography and videography?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel that that started whenever, me and Gerald Grunick, we had the, conversation about TikTok, because before me and him got on TikTok for ourselves, I was shooting videos for a TikTok for a haunted attraction, called Fright Trail,
Okay.
and those videos blew up, so I was like, "Well, maybe I should do that for myself." So I was just while I was in the process of thinking of what I can do, Gerald was saying, "Well," I was letting him know, like, "Hey, maybe you should do what you do with the food, but just do it for TikTok." So we started that in October of 2021. And during that time, I was still trying to figure out what I can do next, So I said, well, Gerald told me maybe you should post your Mardi Gras videos
Yeah.
because I had a lot of videos during the pandemic because they had still had parades going on. So I said, well, I'll just post those on TikTok and see what it does. So he pushed me to do that. And it just took a life of its own early on, so it was, definitely surprising, so,
Yeah.
yeah, after that, I was like, "Yeah, I have to take this serious now." Like, that
Yeah,
quick.
people are expecting those videos from you. But just to clarify for, the people watching and listening, you met Gerald through KLFY, correct?
Yes, so me and Gerald started around the same time in 2014, and yeah, we've been working together and been friends, best friends since then. It works, like I'm completely the opposite of Gerald. He's outgoing. I'm very introverted, so it works for us. And I'm just glad that we're still doing this till this day.
Yeah, you guys, I've noticed, you're basically like family to each other at this point. So since 2014, so what, 11 years you've worked together?
Yeah, 11 years. Yeah, I started KLFY 2 days after graduation. So
Oh.
yeah, so I've been here since then.
Yeah, and let's talk about this whole TikTok thing. Was it that one video that made you really blow up with the guy? You know what I'm talking about? I can't sing the song.
Yeah, yeah, so the video of Steven Barbosa, that was posted right after Fat Tuesday 2022. I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought he, looked pretty cool rapping the song, and he looked like a teacher to me at the time. So I was like, maybe I should post this. And I put it on all my social media platforms, and then I was checking my TikTok, like, hours later, I was like, "This is starting to blow up." Like, it was in the hundreds of thousands of views, and I was like, "Yeah, it's continuing to grow," and it was just at the time, I was just like, "Wow, I don't know what to, expect from this now." So, it just took a life of its own. That's all I can really, I can see.
Yeah. What is that video at now? Do you know off the top of your head, views-wise?
I don't It's been posted so many places aside from TikTok.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But I mean, millions probably just TikTok. I mean, you have over 1,000,000 followers even.
Yeah, I know, last I remember, this was maybe a couple of months back. I think it was at 70 million on my TikTok. Yeah.
That's just on TikTok too, because I mean, it's what on Instagram,
Yeah.
is it on YouTube,
Twitter.
Twitter.
At the time, it was Twitter, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Steven posted it on his pages too, so it did really well for him too, so.
Yeah, and I saw the 2 of you doing sort of like appearances after the fact.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
Oh, yeah, so we did something I can't remember the name of the place in Lafayette, but, we did have, like, our first, like, meet and greet together, so that was pretty cool seeing him for the first time. He's a pretty cool guy, and he did a few meet and greets as well, so that was, exciting to see. Because a lot of people were like, "Well, why is he doing meet and greets and not John?" But it's like, the whole purpose, for me, like what I do with the social media videos, when I post them, I want people to be able to feel good about themselves and feel like, well, hey, people are reaching out because of this video John posted. Let me just, enjoy this kind of fame. I know they say 15 minutes of fame, but it's like, just enjoy it. I just want people to feel joy whenever I get post them on my pages. Um, I'm not looking for fame or anything. I just love seeing people excited and having those memories they can look back years from now and be like, yeah, I remember this video John captured. I'm so glad he captured this.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
well, you definitely unintentionally got that because you still get recognized out and about.
yes. Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, like I don't know how people are finding out. Well, I guess maybe looking at old news articles maybe that feature me, but a lot of people are recognizing me now, which is, something I have to just get adjusted to.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing though to be known for a talent like that. Have you ever felt though that photography and videography was starting to feel like work and not a hobby, or have you stayed, kept that healthy relationship with it?
I honestly, it did start feeling like work, like, maybe, like, a year or 2 after that video. So there was a point, where I just was like, I didn't wanna do it anymore, because I enjoy, capturing the people at the parades and at different events, but it started to become, to a point where I was just like, I really don't wanna do this right now," I don't wanna have to find the next viral moment,
Yeah.
'cause, it doesn't have that same authenticity like it does whenever I'm at a parade or something, like, people are wanting to just go the extra mile to try to be on camera instead of just being authentic, so and I can feed off that, so it's just
Yeah.
but now I'm trying to get back into that groove of just trying to enjoy it again.
Yeah, so how do you do that? How do you make that sort of mental switch where you're like, "Hey, let's not stress out about this too much. Let's still try to have fun with it and not let it feel too much like work."
Yeah, I think what I started to do is just go back into thinking about what made it fun for me before. So I just started, having that mindset again. And slowly but surely it's starting to, make me enjoy things again. Like recently I just did a video for the Beyonce's Cowboy Carter concert.
Ok.
Yeah, I said, you know what, let me just try that. Let me just go to the Houston and Vegas shows, put some together and see how it does. And it did pretty good. It gave me that, that joy and excitement that I was looking for, outside of, what I do with Mardi Gras and festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, like, events and stuff, that's fun too because I mean, I'm sure, it's not bad to even go to a Beyoncé concert just too, so it's like, why not bring your camera along, to
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
video while you're there.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm a fan of hers as well, and I love the production. So I was like, let me just do this. I haven't done it before for a concert on that scale, so that was pretty cool. But again, it doesn't take away from like like for instance, like what I do with Jared. I love doing what we do.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of fun doing that. But I was just like on my end, I just want to figure out what I can do to get that joy back. So I'm glad it's finally getting to that point again. I'm having fun with it. It's not like work.
Right, that's important, that's so important to, find the fun in your job, even if it is your job. What are some of your favorite moments from the past, I guess, 11 years or maybe even since you were 10 years old? Some favorite videos that you have or favorite events or, moments where you were like, "Wow, this is awesome."
Um, Honestly, I'll be honest, like the last time that I really had like fun, like for instance, Mardi Gras, that's my thing. Everyone knows me for that. So I know I talk about that a lot, but 2020 before the pandemic, that was the best Mardi Gras for me. Like I had the best fun, best time, the best content from that year. Like I'm hoping I can recreate that again one day, but 2020, I think was like the highlight of everything that I do right now. That was like the best Mardi Gras season for me. I haven't had that feeling yet for Mardi Gras since. So maybe that's one of the things. And like what I do with Gerald, like, we've been doing a lot of work traveling and stuff. So that's been a lot of fun. That we're even still working together because a lot of people in that situation may feel like, well, I'm surprised that you guys are still going so far with what you're doing right now. So I'm just grateful that we're still, a team, work well together.
Yeah, what do you think has kept that bond so strong between the 2 of you and able to work together for so many years?
I think it's just we have an understanding of each other in a way that we know that we're trying to succeed and we know what we're trying to do with our with our career basically. And also, where it's not a competition at the end of the day too. So that's a lot of things that, can deter a lot of stuff. But we're not trying to compete with one another either. So we understand like, hey, if John is struggling with something, let me help him. Or if Joe's struggling with something, I'll help him. And I'm not gonna try to, make it to where it's like I don't wanna see him succeed or
Yeah.
he doesn't wanna see me succeed. We understand each other in that way.
Yeah, I think it probably also helps that you guys are, uh, kind of in different fields, working together, but at the same time, you're behind the camera, he's on camera, in front of the camera. So it's like you guys have different goals, so that probably helps keep that competitiveness away also.
Yeah, exactly, that too. And again, like, we've been working together at KLFY for 11 years now, so we've been through so many things in those years too, so, that also plays a part as well.
Yeah, like you said earlier, you guys are like family. So, I mean, at that point, it's like you don't care anymore about,
Yeah.
one person being better than the other. So
Exact
that's awesome. It's a great relationship. I've even enjoyed watching y'all's relationship.
Oh, cool. But yeah, yeah, everyone says that we work well together, and again, I don't know how, but it's like, he's so outgoing, but it works for us.
Yeah, it just
It
works.
just, it just works really well.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
cool. Love all the info about your career. So interesting. And I mean, yeah, it is mind blowing that you have been doing that for 11 years. And we're glad that you're still loving it and still doing it. And I know everybody looks forward to your content. And for our last block of the show, I do want to do a little speed round. So if you want to get prepared in this commercial break, we're going to rattle off some questions and speed round, get to know John Weatherall.
All right.
Homegrown is sponsored by Restoral Dental, making the best dentures in Lafayette. Restoral Dental.
Welcome back to Homegrown, everybody. Before the break, I told you guys we were going to do a speed round of questions to quickly get to know John. But, John, you told me that I forgot one of the most important things. You have a song and a dance
Yeah.
about Mr. Weatherall.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, a group named Young Hub City and Big Zo, they dedicated a song to me called Mr. Weatherall.
Yeah.
And the producer, DJ Sound, and his brother Boogie, they sent me a preview of it in December of 22, just an instrumental, so I could check it out. And they said, "Hey, we're working on something. Can you listen to this beat? Let us know if you like it." And I said, "Yeah, it's pretty cool." And then a couple of weeks later, they sent me the actual track. And I was like, "Okay, this is cool." At first, I was skeptical because I didn't, know what kind of attention it would bring to me.
Yeah.
That's just the way I am. But after the song came out, it did pretty good for that first year. But it was the following year. I posted a video of girls in Church Point. They were at a gas station dancing to the song, and once I posted that, that is what, catapulted the song, and it's been crazy ever since. And the dance was created by my friend from high school, Chantel Zenon. So she created the dance for me, and it's been a ride for sure.
And I remember the exact video you're talking about that really got the song to everybody. I mean, had people, all over the world
Yeah.
doing the dance? Like TikTok? I mean, that's where I was seeing all the videos was on TikTok.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy. Like, I was getting tagged so many videos I probably still haven't seen yet. But it was on a trend for TikTok for about a good 2 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been crazy. And the girls that's in the videos, they are very talented. They were from, I think, a dance team. So yeah, it was like amazing. Like, it was definitely life changing for sure. And I'm definitely grateful for them, Chantel, the group,
Yeah.
that they didn't have to do any of that. So it's been a blessing for sure.
Yeah, and I got to meet Chantel one time. She, when I was hosting Acadiana Live still, she, had come on the show. I forget what for, but yeah, she was really cool, really sweet. So I just think that's so cool. So yeah, just on another little tidbit in case you guys didn't know about, Mr. Weatherall, but I wanna get into these speed round questions. We're gonna stay on this 2 shot. Are you and do you need to warm up?
Oh, I should be fine.
15 questions,
Okay.
answer top of your head what comes to mind, okay?
All right.
All right, favorite side dish?
Ooh. Caesar salad,
Go-to drink order?
root beer,
Favorite place you've traveled to?
Las Vegas.
Oh, that was recent.
Yeah, that's my favorite place to go to.
Awesome. Top of your bucket list?
Visiting Tokyo.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite city?
Las Vegas.
Favorite movie?
Good Burger. Aiken and Kel.
Favorite book if you're a reader?
It's a book called 100 Dresses, and the reason why is because that's the only book I've read from beginning to end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it's something.
Yeah.
Favorite cuisine?
Ooh, that's a good one. Um, can we come back to that one? We need that.
Favorite season?
Winter.
Favorite dessert?
Um, cheesecake.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
Your hero?
My parent. Well, I can't.
Say both of them.
Yeah, my parents. Yeah,
Like both. Can't say just
yeah.
favorite store, like clothing store to shop at.
Clothing store. Express.
Ooh, me too. I love that store. One word to describe you.
Um, Shy, quiet. Been working on that. Yeah,
Hey, and if you're shy and quiet, there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Favorite animal.
Dog. Dog.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
love
golden retriever.
love it.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, back to our last one, favorite cuisine. Uh, we have Italian, Mexican, American, which I don't know if that's like
Ours. It's always been Italian.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why, but since I was yeah. I'm a pasta guy
Plus,
too. Yeah. Like anytime I go to like Chili's or something, I always have to get the pasta.
even at Chili's,
Yeah.
really. Okay. I don't think I've ever had pasta at Chili's.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try it. All right. Okay. Well, John Weatherall III, thank you for being our first guest on Homegrown.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me on this. This was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been awesome. And we'll get better at this. We'll get the hang of it. First episode, we have some kinks to figure out. But you were great. Yeah, I loved it. I had fun. And I thank you so much again for being part of this.
Oh, no problem.
All right. And thank you guys for tuning in. Come back in a couple of weeks for episode 2.
Homegrown is sponsored by Restoral Dental, making the best dentures in Lafayette. Restoral Dental.